All right, there is an argument to be had that you should either have unique notification sounds for your phone, or you should have your phone on vibrate slash no sound, no notification pushes at all. And I say should, and I'm going to give some reasoning here. This isn't something I'm saying you should do as in like, you must do this, and if you don't do it, you're a bad person. I'm saying this from my own experience, and I'm going to lay it out in a way that I hope makes sense as to why I do it, and if you think it's a good idea, take it forward. I used this meditation device back in the day. It would monitor my brain waves while I meditated. And I would meditate on this rooftop. That was a really nice spot to meditate, and one day during the meditation, the fire alarm went off. Now, of course, I spiked. I went from this active, or this like calm active state where I'm like right in between anxious and distracted, and I went to this anxious state when the fire alarm went off, but I was able to, within a few breaths, a few moments, come back to a calm spot. And from that calm place, I was still able to go mindfully, hey, there's a fire alarm going off and I'm on a rooftop, and while it'd be nice to finish this meditation, I should probably get off the roof instead of panicking and getting off the roof. Now, what does this have to do with notifications? Why would I bring up this story? Well, it just so happens that about a week later, I had forgotten to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb mode when I went to do my meditation. And I got an email notification in the middle of my meditation. Now, mind you, I'd say 1 out of every 50, and I'm being generous, 1 out of every 50 emails I get is something I'd give two F's about. And it took me a solid minute, at least a minute, to drop back into a calm state after hearing that notification sound. It was, quite frankly, eye-opening. I was like, look, I have an easier time coming to a calm and making a mindful decision dealing with a fire alarm when I'm on top of a roof. I could be on top of a burning building, needing to get off the building and down to the ground floor. And I was able to stay calm, but an email notification, not looking at it, made me more anxious and took me more time to come back to a calm state than that. And that sat with me. Now, what does this have to do with unique notifications? Well, today, I happened to be in a good flow, doing some study of the I Ching, and I heard my Facebook notification go off, my Messenger notification. And in that moment, I actually was in such a zone, such a flow. There was already so much white noise going on that I actually just kept doing what I was doing and was able to very quickly dismiss whatever it was as unimportant, because what I was doing was something I cared about enough that I was like, that can wait. Well, a little bit later, I came down to the beach again, and I was doing some Qigong. And I was in the very first form, just knocking on the door of life, and boom, I thought about that Facebook notification. And I was, again, trying to think, that can wait. But at this point, I'm like, it's already waited a bit. If someone is trying to get a hold of me, I'm curious to know who it was, what it is, and if it really can wait. At this point, it's been a minute. I want to know. I'm not really in the middle of doing anything. I just started doing this Qigong. And so I pick up my phone. I didn't have a notification. It wasn't even my notification. I got thrown out of a nice, lovely flow doing some nice Qigong because I don't have a unique notification, and I've been letting my phone go bing bing, doing the Facebook notification every time I'm getting a message. It sounds the exact same when I get a text message, and I don't have unique enough sounds, and I've had my notifications on recently, which I didn't used to do. And man, is it starting to pull me around in and out of flow when I'm trying to relax, recharge. So maybe I need to whip out do not disturb mode a little bit more often. I used to do that quite frequently. And or definitely some unique notification sounds, because having my brain get distracted because somebody else's phone went off is frustrating.